Over the years, many Fortnite pro players have tried to move from smaller to larger regions with little success, with one of the most successful being MUZ. But how did it all start? Like most pros, MUZ started playing in the World Cup, but since he was playing on OCE, he unfortunately didn't make it. But after that, Fortnite announced the FNCS, which he didn't play in Season X, but he did in Season 1 of Chapter 2, unfortunately not making it to the Grand Finals. However, in most of the solo tournaments, he was dominating. In the Solo Contender Cash Cup, he was constantly placing in the top 10. Closer to the end of Season 1, he got signed to BLS, a Fortnite organization. Going into Season 2, the game would switch from squads to duos. MUZ was very good, but was playing very inconsistently, with a high-scoring Week 1, but a low-scoring Week 2. And then comes time for the FNCS Solo Invitational, where MUZ plays really good and comes out in 3rd place, his best placement in FNCS so far. MUZ was a clear favorite to win Season 3's Solo FNCS. Unfortunately, the game mode just shy getting in 8th place. The game mode switched for the rest of the chapter to trios, where him, Radius, and Speedy played good in Week 1 of qualifiers, putting them into Grand Finals, but they came in 9th place. After that performance, Speedy and MUZ dropped Radius and picked up Looter, and they were looking like they were going to win this FNCS by placing 1st place, 4th place, and 1st place in the 3 Frosty Frenzies of the season so far. When FNCS rolled around, they were ready, and in the first 2 heats they came 4th and 1st. And then in Grand Finals, MUZ got his first FNCS win ever. MUZ, Speedy, and Looter would continue playing going into Season 6. And then, in the Grand Finals, they won it again. MUZ then played in the Fortnite Solo All-Star Showdown for OCE, where it was a solos tournament, and he ended up coming in 6th place, a very respectable place. And now it's time for MUZ's biggest move in his career, switching from OCE to NA. After winning back-to-back seasons, Looter, MUZ, and Speedy all moved to play NA for a bigger prize pool. Unfortunately, they didn't do that well. This was one of the times where MUZ unfortunately did not make it to the Grand Finals. Looter and Speedy moved back to OCE while MUZ decided to stay and play on NA. This might have been the right move, because he got picked up by Buka and Miro, 2 of the best NA players in history. They went on to win that season, getting MUZ's 3rd ever FNCS win. Now it was time for the Grand Royale, where it was the final FNCS of the chapter. MUZ had 3 FNCSs in his back pocket, but he got dropped by Buka and Miro. MUZ played with Rokane and Choji, and they placed 20th in the Grand Finals. And that was the end of MUZ's Chapter 2 journey. Going into Chapter 3, the game had switched from trios to duos. Now MUZ was playing with Avery. MUZ and Avery would do good in the qualifiers, but not do that good in the finals. Going into the FNCS, their placements in the qualifiers were okay, but nothing too good. And then their finals was extremely bad, where they ended up in 42nd place. Going into Season 2, they decided to stay duo, where their placements were a bit more consistent and better, and then in finals they ended up placing 8th. Season 3, they decided to split up, and MUZ started playing with Playfi, where their placements were okay in the qualifiers, and then they placed really bad in the finals, getting 33rd. After that season, the FNCS Invitational was announced. MUZ was not invited, but got to play due to Looter choosing him to be his duo, due to Looter's duo being disqualified. They were dropping Grimgate in their contested by Larson and Smite. Game 1, they ended up winning off spawn, but then they lost most of the other games. They ended up placing 47th. For the first season of Chapter 4, MUZ played with Degen, and in the qualifiers, they started off really bad with a 42nd, but they were able to pull off finals and get 10th. In Season 2, they again were very inconsistent in not having that placements in the qualifiers and ended up placing 19th in finals. A couple weeks after the FNCS, DreamHack Dallas happened, where MUZ played with Buka and came 3rd place. Then almost a month later, Gamers 8 happened, where Hime Abuga played again, but came in 41st. MUZ ended up playing with Paper for Season 3's FNCS, which was a good decision, because they came in 11th place, qualifying them to the land. They played in Day 1 in the upper brackets, getting 13th, but in the finals they placed 30th. Again, showing how MUZ can play really good in qualifiers, but then not place so high in finals. MUZ and Paper played in Chapter 5, Season 1 together, where they were dropping fencing fields, contesting Acorn and Cold. MUZ and Paper ended up getting 14th, Acorn and Cold ended up winning it. They played again in Season 2, ending up in 16th place in the finals, and ended up splitting up after that placement. MUZ is now playing with Trashy, and they've been doing really well so far, dropping at Pleasant Piazza. MUZ and Trashy have been playing very well together, so I can't wait to see what they do in finals this season.